Hi everybody, welcome to my Big Tidy Up. My name's DeDe. Thanks for checking out my channel today. Now today, here's what I got on the menu. And the menu, she's long and she's random. I've got a lot of things I need to accomplish today. I've got some cleaning to do, some major restocking to do. I've got some laundry to do. I've got a few things I want to take care of here in the kitchen. We've done an update in our home that I want to share with you. We've got another update planned and I want to talk to you about it. And I do need to go ahead and put away the Valentine's Day items and reset some of those areas. Plus, I know I have other random things to do. I just can't think of them right off the top of my head as I'm talking into a camera. So we'll get to those things too. So without any further ado, thanks for being here today. And let's go get this day started and let's get tidy. I thought I would start out with the home updates. Now, over the past couple of months, we've really been focusing on updating our lighting, and the entryway and the dining room are now done, but we still had this ceiling fan, and it was 23 years old. It was original when the home was built, and when you turned it on, truthfully, it sounded like it was 23 years old. So we wanted to go with something that went with the brush nickel of the light fixtures that we had just put in, and we wanted something that looked a little bit more modern and not so heavy. So this is the fan that we put in. And no, we did not do it ourselves. If it requires more than a standard ladder, truthfully, Mr. Tidy Up and I were out. So we did have this put in and we love it. But there is one thing I truly would like to get your opinion on, because it does have this light kit, but we do have so much light in this room due to the light over the dining room table, the entryway, and there is some recessed lighting. We're wondering, should we take off the light kit? Now, we're okay with the light kit, but it does have this little cap, and we could just take the light kit off and put the cap on, and I think that might even look a little bit more modern. We're just kind of rolling with it now, but what's your thoughts? Well, I've headed upstairs to talk about the next project we'll be doing. Now, all of the main rooms up here have been painted except for our primary bath and this hallway bath. And it is so obvious when you come up the stairs that this is a different color. I really don't like it. It doesn't even look like it belongs with the other rooms. Well, we've been talking about doing a makeover in here for quite some time. Well, it's official. It's happening. We bought the paint. It's fossil gray, and it's the same color we have in our bedroom, in the coffee room, in the hallway, and I think it's going to look great in here. Now, I would love to, at some point, do the same thing in the primary bathroom, but I do think it's going to be a much bigger project, and there is some tile that goes around the tub that does match this brown, so it doesn't bother me in there as much as it bothers me in here. So I'm probably going to change up the decor. I want to lighten it up. Maybe I'll shop my own home. Maybe I'll use some spray paint and paint the things that are in here. I might change the color scheme. The rug, it's definitely going. When I put it in here, I knew it was too big and we just had to make it work. So I'm really excited. So keep your eye out. There'll be a makeover headed your way soon. Okay, now for today's list. Now this bathroom definitely needs a lot of work. I do need to wipe down the countertops and sinks a little bit, but the good news is I do have the tub, shower, and toilet already cleaned, and I have swept in here already, but I still have to mop. But the main problem is I'm out of everything. I'm out of tissues over on the counter. Here in my little closet where I keep back stock, I'm out of tissues, and I'm down to one roll of toilet paper, and that never happens. So I do have all of these items that I need to get restocked. I've got all of my bath products and a couple of other things I need to go ahead and put away. And I think I might start setting out this fragrance bottle for decor in here. But before I do anything else, I do want to grab all of the towels. I need to run a bleach load. And you know, I love having the white towels in here, but they are kind of high maintenance and they do need bleached every so often. So I want to get that started, and then I'll come back up here later after I get some stuff done in the kitchen. If you're wondering what I'm doing, when I do a bleach load, I always save one towel to put between myself and where I pour in the bleach. I'd just rather be safe than sorry. Now, using bleach always makes me just a little bit nervous. I know a lot of people that clean with diluted bleach, and when the washer's running a bleach load, I think it makes the house smell so good. I love the smell of it, but I don't use a lot of bleach. It just makes me a little nervous. Okay, friends, a couple of weeks ago, I shared with you guys that I was going to try my hand at making sourdough. Now, I know it's a big craze right now, but for me, I have always loved sourdough. It's my favorite bread. And, if I'm at a restaurant and they have any kind of sourdough option on their menu, I'm probably going to get it. But little did I know there would be so much work that comes with it. It needs attention every day. Like, I'm an empty nester, but now it feels like I have a full-time toddler because I have to watch it and keep my eye on it. And, I was thinking the other day, oh, we're going to be out of town for a few days. Who's going to watch my starter? What am I going to do? Now, if you are watching and you're a sourdough aficionado, please don't come for me if I don't do things just right. I'm learning right now, and I do have someone very experienced keeping their eye on me and helping me. Now, I had heard you have to feed it every week, but I didn't realize that you had to discard half of it every week as well. And I also didn't know you could make things with the discard. So here's where I'm at in my journey. My starter is doing well, but I have not made actual sourdough bread yet. But I have made things with the discard. I've made crackers with anything bagel seasoning, and they were so good. And I've made flatbread, and it was great too. Now, I know you don't have to do anything with the discard, and sometimes people just discard the discard, but I feel like that's kind of wasteful, so I always want to make something with it every week. And so far, it's been very fun and not complicated. I'm just not quite ready to take that big leap and do the main thing yet and make the sourdough, but I'll keep you posted.
Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed. I wonder, would you love me better if I go? I'm not home. I wonder, can we trust the stars above to let us know? I'd go.
It does feel good to get everything restocked. And earlier I said I was down to one roll of toilet paper, but just know that was one roll in this bathroom. I did have other toilet paper. I just would have had to start snagging it from another bathroom, but crisis averted. I am now fully restocked. Now I know I am going up and down the stairs a lot and this video is bouncing all over the place, but I just wanted to keep the laundry going. And usually I try to work in one area and not leave until it's done, so I'm not wasting time moving around. But I didn't want to be waiting on the towels, so I just wanted to get the bathroom completely done so I could move on to other areas. Then I could start taking down the Valentine's decor and get my downstairs reset. Now, I used to keep this little humidifier diffuser on my nightstand, but the other day I woke up and there was all this water on my nightstand. And even though I do have like a cloth placemat on there, I'm glad I noticed it because it probably would have warped the wood underneath it had it sat there all day long. And I've been using it for a long time. I've never had that happen. So I'm just going to keep it and run it in here in the bathroom. And I don't think it has a crack or a leak or anything. Maybe I just overfilled it, but I'm not going to risk that happening again.
It's what I need. Now if you wanna get the best of me, got you smiling, that's for sure. Funny how you had the best of love. I don't know if I'll make it home. I don't know, not like I care. All I know, sound of disco. Only know I want the best of us. So I
Well, I just have to hang up the towels and then the bathroom is finally done. And this did take me a little longer than I actually thought it would. Now, when I'm cleaning or doing a project, I don't map out like an exact time that I think it's going to take me to do things. But I do like to set little timetables like, oh, I'd like to have this done before 10, or oh, I'd like to have all these things accomplished before lunch. I don't know. I think it just keeps me organized and keeps me on track. Well, I feel like I'm already behind. I mean, I haven't run the train completely off the tracks, but I do feel a little behind already, but that's okay. I'm just going to do what I can do today. Before I head downstairs, the last thing I wanted to get done up here was to do a quick dusting of this room. And I promise, I just dusted up here. I don't know if it's because we're running the heater and it's circulating the dust around more, but it does seem worse right now. And evidently, looking at this clock, it's either broken or I need to change the battery, so I'll add that to the list too.
Forever, and so does until something better came along.
Well, now I'm ready to undecorate for Valentine's Day, and I really didn't put decor all throughout my home. I just kind of kept it here in the kitchen area, and I did the tree in the corner of the dining room, which is probably one of the best ideas I've had yet. I just love it, and I'm going to probably continue on with it for St. Patrick's Day and Easter and who knows what. I do have a few things hanging I need to take down, and I do want to go ahead and bring the coffee bar back down to its original state, but you know, decorating for Valentine's Day, the grandkids just loved it, and truthfully, I guess I loved it just as much as they did, but I am going to start taking everything down and get all of these areas reset.
Until something better came along. Sun is coming up.
You know, as much as I love decorating for the big holidays and the little holidays too, putting everything away is never as much fun as putting it out. But I do feel ready not to have a lot of extra stuff sitting out. I feel like I just got the Christmas put away and then I put out a few things for Valentine's Day. And actually, I didn't even decorate for Valentine's Day until like February 4th or 5th. And I know some of you had asked me if I was going to do a Valentine's Decorate With Me video, but because I committed the entire month of January to decluttering organizing, I just couldn't really squeeze it in. That's why I did just a short showing you the decor. And I know some YouTubers had their Valentine's Decorate With Me videos like the second week of January. And that's wonderful for them, but I just needed a break after Christmas. I just needed some time without anything extra sitting out. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. But you know, that being said, I'm probably going to put out some St. Patrick's Day in a few weeks. I truly am my own worst enemy. Well, I hadn't really planned on wiping down the entire house, but since I was wiping down the kitchen and the upstairs coffee room was so dusty, I decided to go ahead and just dust everything, even though it probably won't even look like I've done anything in a couple of days. But since I got the stuff out, I might as well go ahead and do it. And actually, it's probably because I'm doing a little stall tactic, because I have one thing I need to do in the basement today, and it really isn't that big of a deal. It's probably going to take me 5 to 10 minutes, but I keep putting it off because, well, I just don't want to. But it's something I'm going to get done today, even if I don't finish anything else on my list. Okay, this is a thing I've been dreading to do today. It's putting back together this little dinosaur chair that has several cushions that go in it, and every so often I have to take all the cushions out, which is not easy to do, wash it, leave it to hang dry so it's a longer process, and then put the cushions back in. And let me tell you, it's a tight fit. It's like trying to, wrangle yourself back into your high school blue jeans. But I guess if this is the biggest challenge of my day, it's all right. Well, I sprayed all the cushions earlier and they're now dry, but I want to make sure that I can put everything back in the correct way. So every time I've done this, well, almost every time I've done this, I lay the cushions out in the order that I take them out. And you wouldn't think there'd be that big of a difference, but some of these cushions are off just an inch or two. And if you try to put them in the wrong way, well, you're in for a long day. And ask me how I know.
Got it all figured out, wanna do this right. There's no doubt in my mind, baby, you're the one. And tonight, I am going all the way. The way you touch my hair, it all goes away. The things I planned, the things I would say, now I keep rambling.
Well, Tidy Uppers, that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for spending part of your day watching me spend part of mine. I truly appreciate you being here. If you're watching this on Friday, well, I hope you have a great weekend. And if you're watching it a few days later and you're already into the next week, well, I hope your week is going great. Again, thank you for being here. Please take care of yourself. And until I see you in the next one, stay tidy.